In this country, whenever you have the president, he's always got this fine-ass woman next to him.
Are they always fine?
According to him, that's why I married her.
Her name? The HSG's wife. Shame on me. Mutinta.
The woman decides, I'm gonna start something, a foundation.
Why does she need to start a foundation?
Because I'm the president's wife and I need to be seen to be active. As soon as the husband is out of power, guess what happens?
What?
Foundations, charities, whatever shenanigans they're up to, die. Some of these ideas are pillow talk ideas.
Oh.
Yes, it was surviving on the funds coming from the government.
Mm-hmm. Of the charities that have been set up historically, do we know how much money is going into the charities?
In the words of the famous Mark Twain, behind every successful man, look at me, behind every successful man
Is a surprised woman.
is a goddamn shocked woman. And behind
Like,
every unsuccessful man, there is two of them.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, madam, how are you?
I'm good. How are
You're good.
you?
No, you look wonderful in black.
Oh, thanks so much.
Shimona Karaka movie at Good Guys Wear Black.
I did?
Good guys wear
I
black.
thought it was the bad guys who wear black.
No, good guys.
Oh, okay.
Chuck Norris. Chucky.
You're showing your age, my
I never
friend.
put on.
Yeah, sana.
Hey, you know Chuck Norris?
Of course I do.
Gosh, na yodi mkote.
I mean, you know.
You
Do you remember when memes started? There were so many Chuck Norris
Oh
memes.
my gosh.
There were so many. They were so good.
He's like indestructible.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just want to know how you're doing.
I am very well, thank you very much.
Why are you dressed in black today?
Because I don't have red.
don't
So
have
you
red.
threw my fashion sinking out the window.
We need to sync our
Yes,
fin
yes.
to fit, yeah?
Yeah.
Ka
There's
uniform?
certain colors I don't wear.
I like red,
Gray,
gray.
which I don't really have. I have to force myself to find a gray to match yours. But gray, I'm not a colorful outfits person.
Usara feti fine.
Black, white tends to be
Clear,
my...
that's clear, Kabili. See that? Put it, it's black and white.
Everything else
I'd try
needs
this
to
over London.
shine, not-
It's as clear as black and white.
Yeah, oh God.
Tefio.
Very much so.
Hey. So I want us to talk about something that happens every time there's a president, which we always have to have a president. He has a wife.
God damn it. Uh-huh.
He's a successful man. So behind him,
Is a...
successful woman.
Oh.
No, behind him there's always
How did the Mark Twain quote finish?
behind every successful man there is a woman, and behind every unsuccessful man there are two.
Oh, that is actual the Mark Twain quote.
Yeah, that's how we did
okay,
it.
okay,
Yeah, that's how we flipped it. Mark Twain, you know, clever guy.
So
with
what
words.
is he saying about polygamy? No, I'm joking. That's another topic. Uh-huh.
You see, he never experienced it here, so. Ukukuba songo takwari polygamy, kwari tuma. Achani? What do they
Of
call
course
them?
there's polygamy.
Kwari tu achani tu wanukasha. Tuma mistresses. They call them mistresses, huh?
That's true.
Yeah,
yes.
they call them mistresses.
The French have loads of mistresses.
That's why they are the French.
Is mistress is a
They are
French word?
different. They are not like you people.
No.
No, they
The
are.
British, they don't know how to have...
They think and they believe in convenience.
Really?
Yes.
How is it convenient?
If the left hand is not working, they
Oh
use the
my
right
dear
hand.
God. Okay.
That is why they are having a wife on the left hand,
And-
mistress on the right one. Is working. The term is convenience. Understood?
Yeah, 100%.
All right. So,
Do you have a mistress?
oh hell no, goddamn Christian man, we don't do shit
Oh,
like
the same. Christian nation. Christian nation.
that. Now let me pala mchibemba, man.
Eh,
I'll use some
why?
choice words in Bemba.
Tupale nkomkwai.
So, in this country, whenever you have the president, he's always got this fine-ass woman next to him.
Are
The
they always
one-
fine?
According to him, that's why I married her. Yeah.
I was talking to some people. And these are older gentlemen. So I was looking through the profile of what's her name? The HSG's wife. Shame on me.
Mutinta.
Mutinta. So you know, because she has her own social media profile. So I was looking through and I said to the gentleman I was with, their older gentleman, I was like, "Do you guys know what a glow up is? Do you know what a glow up is?
You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dale, you know what a glow up is? Right. So I was
You
like,
and Dell,
yeah,
you have the same admin,
same TikTok group.
same TikTok group.
I was like, Tinta's had a glow up. Because from when they first came in, I was like, Ngawa Mayo. No, she's looking fine.
She's looking all correct. Yeah, so what I was trying to say is that over the years, when a man assumes the position of president, moves into state house, or not for some people, they have the ride or die guy, and that's the wife, all right? And at some point, they decide that there needs to be something the wife has to be doing. But without seeking permission or using the right methods, if there are any ways of getting money legally to channel to the woman's cause, they do it anyway. All right? Yeah, so with FTJ,
What do you mean, the woman's cause?
the woman decides, I'm going to start something, a foundation.
Why does she need to start a foundation?
Because I'm the president's wife and I need to be seen to be active. I need to be participating. I need to be engaging with the public, the citizens, the people who put us in power. Or, simply put, our party members. People can make us look good. My husband look even better.
I don't see it that way.
How do you see it?
I think they are emulating what happens abroad, where when the first lady comes in, she also is tasked with doing activities that support what the president is doing. And a lot of the times it's supporting this charity, going to this foundation, opening this building for blah, 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 blah. And then they started to have their own foundations. As when I'm in office, I'm supporting women with breast cancer, right? And throughout the term, that's what they support. So I get a sense that they're trying to do the same here, but there's never been a budget for something like this.
Flip it like this. If you were doing that and intended to do that, you simply show people that even before we got into office, this is what I was working on, this is what I was doing. There's less suspicion when funds are channeled.
They're not always raising money when they're out of office.
Before office.
In fact, very few people will do stuff like that on the side. Everyone's focus is, I got to make money to pay the bills to.
So the reason I'm saying that is because many of these guys, as soon as the husband is out of power.
Out of power.
Yeah, as soon as the husband is out of power, guess what happens?
What?
Foundations, charities, whatever shenanigans they're up to, die. So for me, the cause is not genuine.
No, the money behind the causes is not.
No. If the cause was genuine, when the money is cut off, it still continues.
But that's what I said. Very few people start off with foundations.
In Zambia.
So to carry on with something.
In Zambia, none of them had any of these charities to sponsor, to work with before they got into power. So once they're out of power, they die down. FTJ's wife had a foundation. Levi Mwanawasa's wife had a foundation. RB's wife had something she was working with. I'm not sure about Sata's wife. I can't remember about Edgar Lungu. But now we also have the president's wife doing things.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's a relatively new trend where the office of the wife has been formed. And while you're in, even Obama, Michelle, same thing. Like she went through all of these things. Remember her thing was getting children fit again? And so that was the thing that she was supporting. And it's become a thing that they all do. It gives them something to do while they're in office. Before, their job was to look after the White House. And you'll see, back then it was this first lady has decorated this room. This first lady has decorated this room.
Which is nice, because it's fine. It makes sense.
As in a housewife?
It makes sense. I didn't say housewife. It just makes sense that she's done this, she's in that space, and it's good. So here, a few weeks back, a few months back, you find the First Lady is commissioning some center which is supposed to be commissioned by the Minister of Health. So what I'm trying to say, which I know at some point you agree with me, is that they overstep their functions and do those things that an official person has
Should
to
have
do.
done it.
Yes.
Are they not invited?
No, then I mean, why would the First Lady be commissioning a school,
I don't
a
know.
hospital, a health center?
She's invited.
When you've got, wait for it, Minister of Health or Minister of Education,
Maybe he's
PS,
got
Deputy Minister.
so many hospitals he needs to open.
So because of these things, these spaces they get into, you will find that other people are going to them to get to the head of state.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. In Ghana, I'll tell you what has happened in Ghana. I'll read it to you.
Mm-hmm.
In Ghana, the Supreme Court, this is how it's manipulated. The Supreme Court in Ghana has declared that approval by Parliament for the payment of salaries to the First Lady and wife of the Vice President as unconstitutional and therefore now and void.
Is that not how Edgar Lungu's wife got all of her flats?
She wasn't getting paid a salary. So the officials would be like, dude, we are building 15, 14 flats. Where's the money coming from?
Exactly. No, I was taking the piss.
But because, yeah, I know. But because of those positions they hold, they are prone to, guess what word? Corruption. The president is gotten to through the wife. And this is something we need to put an end to. So these guys noticed there's a problem here. They told the First Lady and the Vice President's wife, guess what? Refund all the money.
Is that this current?
The Ghanaian government.
Yes, the current First Lady or previous?
There's no name here. It should be the first one. Yeah, but they told them, look, you need to give back the money.
Must be the current because it's been quite a while.
Because where is this money coming from? And it's against some article of the Constitution. Here, unfortunately, we don't want to do that. In the same manner we spoke about that bureaucracy, when you know you want a change to occur, but guess what? You still want to keep to the same process. So here.
But isn't that normal? It's no different to even in churches. You know, now even churches have what is she called? The first wife? The first? The pastor's wife?
Please.
What is she called?
Me.
Yeah?
Those are wannabe churches. A church.
No.
A church is the Baptist church, the Anglican church, the Catholic church.
Okay, ignoring those,
yes.
right? Because those are full of men.
Those to my get-rich churches.
Yes.
They are the ones where Pastor Mwiko is with it, the prophetess. You know how it works. They even have billboards. You've seen those billboards.
You know why I'm laughing? Because they used to call me the prophetess. Because we take the piss out of So you just reminded me.
But a regular standard church, you will never see those funny billboards with whatnot.
But of those people, those churches, which are very much get-rich-quick churches, you know, they make a shit ton of money in a very short space of time. But that concept of is she a first lady as well?
Well,
they also have a name.
I have no idea. It's so bad that I don't even follow it.
I think it's also a first lady, but it's the same thing. Like within the church, although the husband is the leader of the church or has been appointed, the wife also now has the charities or whatever that she's doing. And it's like, but who are you? We're here for your husband. We
are here for church, for the ministry.
Yeah, I'm the husband.
Okay, you go.
No, I hear you.
I know.
Yes.
But that is exactly what's happening. They get there, they start manipulating the congregation into following them, being members to what the deaconess, prophetess has decided we should do, whatever it is. Because it doesn't make sense. Your conventional church has got normal structures. If they've got something for your lady Shanshan, it's something that has been there for hundreds of years. Because when you talk about the Baptists and whatnot, they've been there for years. This church which you and I will found next month when you come back, you will see. Prophetess.
Church of the non-believers.
Oh, helicopter of Christ. The best one, guess what? Chase the Devil Ministries.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yes.
Is that a Zambian one?
Oh, I don't know.
Chase the devil.
Yes.
Zambians.
But coming back to this thing.
I love that.
It's good, eh?
Chase the devil.
You use it in England.
No, it reminds me of that tell the truth. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
There you go.
Know?
It came from Copper Belt, I think.
It must be.
So the what legally is supposed to be the role of the First Lady is the First Lady is not elected, has no formal duties, and gets no pay. Nonetheless, she attends several formal ceremonies and gatherings of state, either with or in lieu.
Co-attends, exactly.
Yeah, either with or in lieu of the president.
Right.
This is a state function which has been, that, okay, the president was supposed to come and do this.
Yes.
But this particular one,
Yep,
by
I'm
Madam,
here in his
will
place.
come. Yes. That is okay. So, in quotation marks, like Babeti Kaunda, First ladies are political activists as well, because they will come and talk about, my husband, whatnot. The problem that has happened now is funds are being channeled from state coffers to finance whatever ideas they come up with. Some of these ideas are pillow talk ideas.
Oh.
Yes.
Tell me about it, baby.
I don't have First Lady. I need to be in that house first. Then I'll holler. I'm like, First Lady Shani, come on audition. See which one of you. Yeah, but there's been an outcry in many African states that monies are channeled. Now here, Hope Foundation died as soon as Mrs. Chula was out of office. Died completely because it was never a genuine cause. It was surviving on the funds coming from the government. If you are
But I think that's also the point. It's not that it didn't survive. It's that if you're going to fund things in that manner, the next person obviously is going to say, remove this. Now, it's not about the cause, it's about where the money is coming from. So she could have carried on the foundation in other ways. But anything that you do under the guise of the government and within the budget of your president's, this sitting president, once the sitting president is removed and the next one comes in, anything that the previous did will be removed.
So that's entirely...
We don't care, it's a charity.
No, but what I'm trying to establish is the fact that if you're going to do this, can you legalize it then?
In what sense?
Can you make it constitutional, a constitutional office of the First Lady?
Who cares about the First Lady?
No, we do care because
Why?
they chew our money.
She's not, no.
Everywhere
I mean
she
to
goes,
legalize it.
Yes.
I would say no, just stop funding it through those means. So be a head of a charity, of an existing charity. If some Mzungu wants to come to the country and set up a charity and they want to have, what do they call them? Not like an ambassador, but basically the head of...
The patron.
A patron,
Yeah,
yes. Yeah. A patron. Then you have the First Lady as a patron of this charity.
You know what I like? The way you guys do it in England. They already established structures. So once somebody assumes ascends to a certain position, like you're the Duchess, what's the Prince of Wales's wife?
Don't know.
Yeah, but she's
Sussex.
got a title. Sussex,
Sussex,
whatever it is.
yeah.
They've got a title. Because you have assumed that title.
No, Prince of Wales is Charles.
No, it's William.
No, they are, aren't they? Oh no, Sussex is...
William is the king. He's the guy.
Sussex is Harry.
Yes.
They're Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
Yes.
Yes.
So once you assume like that position, it comes with certain charities that you already need to head. They're already established.
Yes.
Nothing like Waisa.
Yeah.
Then you say,
No, the difference is we don't come in and we create our charity.
Exactly.
It's of the existing charities, which one can I be I keep thinking patron saint, but a patron of.
No, correct. I know where you're coming from. Of the existing charities.
Yes.
Now that I've assumed this, which ones are they?
Yes.
For instance.
Same thing.
Yaoku.
Yeah.
You are now the patron.
Yes. And there should be a limit. Like, okay, there's only 5 charities that you can be a patron of.
Exactly.
Otherwise, it's just making a mockery of the whole thing.
Yeah.
But yes, but then each next political...
Yeah, it's just new name, same old
and
structure,
then you have
new
to
name.
yet again submit a request. This cancer charity would like you to be their patron.
Yes.
Now you've gone, this charity of LGBTQ community.
Oh, hell no. God damn, woman.
I knew you'd like that one. They need patrons too, you know?
Oh my gosh, this woman, yeah? No, but we're on the same page because like with the Football Association of Zambia, whoever becomes president is a patron.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
So we need to move away from, okay, I need to find something for my wife to do. Or let's get her busy.
So a question for you. Of the charities that have been set up historically, do we know how much money is going into the charities? And, is there like a set budget? If my husband is in power for the next 5 years, what's my budget for that 5-year period? Or who decides how it's funded?
So to answer your question, we don't have that. That's why they make their own. And then everyone else writes letters to appeal, to ask for money. No, this is for the mute, the what, we need to do this, we need to send people somewhere. So First Lady, please help us. The First Lady now goes and says, dude, shan't go money.
Husband.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
When
okay.
they're alone, they become a bit funky.
When they're doing the pillow talk.
Yes, whispering. Baby.
Sweet nothings.
Iwe. Vanakulola Meki wants to send a few people to England. So is there a way? They've written a letter to me. I can't say no. Vanakulola Meki. This is from when we were small. Mazabuka?
Okay.
Yes. So we don't have set charities where when someone assumes office, they take over
Yes.
patronage immediately.
Yes, and I'm saying that you don't take over the patronage. The charity loses its patron.
Yeah.
It will have to find a new one, which may not be the next state person. I think that's him arriving. Or not. But it's just that charity is given, look, I'm here for 5 years, you have me for 5 years. After that, you will have to find another one.
Yeah.
And it won't necessarily be the next First Lady, because she might have a different set of charities that she wants to support.
Yeah, but in England, I think they've got the set ones. If I am the Prince of Wales, I'm the patron.
No, those are specific.
Yes,
No, and I think
those are
they
the ones
do
I'm talking about.
change.
Whereas
No,
Kuno,
I think they do change.
Yeah, but-
because it became a thing. Like, how can you only support one charity? So, for example, the RSPCA, the patron for that was the Queen, because it was the biggest charity, animal charity that was in existence. So it was the Queen. But I think there was a period that even she detached herself, and it was kind of like, she's no longer the Queen. We need to find someone else. So they tried and kept it within the royal scheme. But you can have businessmen
Yes.
who are your patrons, right? And if anything,
I
they're more
agree.
useful
I agree with you, but
than
the point
Pretty
is,
Face Mutinta.
yeah, the point exactly. The point is, you're not using government funds now.
Yes.
And with the way the structures are that side, there's a fund already established for
Yes.
him to work with a certain. Even if they are raising their own money or using his name in the name of the king, they know that for the king to execute certain jobs, there's a budget line for that. Kuno, believe me, the day I go into State House, you, Okamon, you start a charity for Heineken.
Hell yeah!
You see what I mean? You'd be like,
No, not the Heineken. Wife beater.
Oh, Lord.
Dale? Dale approves. I will be the patron saint of wife beater.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
What is in a wife beater?
You don't know what wife beater is?
No, what is in a wife beater?
It's a beer.
I know. It's just a beer like that.
It's a beer.
It's not like a cocktail.
It's Stella.
Oh.
Yes. And the story is that the men would drink a lot of Stella. And after drinking, Stella was one of the stronger drinks. So because now you've been drinking, then you start arguing with the wife. Guess what? Now she gets beaten. So it became known as the wife beater.
So all this time the wife didn't know that Aram Ponono Inakorwa.
No, that's another story. The point is, it was like, oh, what was happening when you beat your wife? I happened to be drinking. What were you drinking? Stella.
Okay.
And the common denominator was Stella.
So here's the thing now. Research shows that first ladies actually remind me, this is a quote from somebody, first ladies actually remind me of beauty queens in the sense that whilst they're reigning, we hear so much about their foundations, charities, charitable works. But the moment their reign or time in power is over, we hear very little.
Yeah.
So you have to wonder, are they doing it because of genuine desire or because of expectations? And is it fair to place such high expectations on them? After all, it's not them we voted for, but for a political party.
But it's not about that. You know, it's like during the time that your husband is in office, what good can you do to also help and serve? And the likelihood is if your husband is focused on the big things like the economy and bringing down the price of fuel and getting the electricity working again, well, at that time, he's not focusing on some of the smaller things, which is like Cheshire Homes charity, right? These small charities that do a lot to help the disabled, what are the terminologies that get used these days? But to help children who are vulnerable or whatever, or the charities like AIDS charities or cancer charities, they don't get recognition. So it's just a way of having somebody give them status so that they can also get recognized. And by recognition, they get extra money, they get extra funding from other people. So that's the point of it. She gives exposure where they would not have had it before.
That is fine. The problem that we've had is the money she uses to do whatever activities comes from the government. Should that be the case?
Depends how much money we're talking about.
Money is money. It doesn't matter whether... If I spend 1,000 kwacha on Mutinta to go somewhere, it's not accounted for.
No.
There's always a budget line for everything that happens.
I don't disagree. Now, the charity, there's a difference between me setting up my own foundation and me supporting Cheshire Homes.
Yeah.
Cheshire Homes has been in existence for, I don't know, 1 million years. Okay, not 1 million, but you know what I mean.
Millions.
Now, if 4 or 5 presidents have been and Cheshire Homes has not had a patron, and suddenly Mutinta says, I'll be your patron, you think they're going to say no to the extra visibility, the extra marketing opportunity that they're going to get, the extra opportunity for them to write to people abroad to say, and our patron is the First Lady. All of those things are used to the advantage of raising more money for them. Now, the money that's being used, she's not supposed to be spending money as in, here is a bed, here is a mattress. She's supposed to be, for me to attend, it won't be at your expense, it will be at my expense. And that's when it comes out of the government coffers.
And it shouldn't be the case. Period. Why am I going to fund the First Lady's activities?
But
Me.
why do you fund? Why do you fund the president going around in a helicopter?
Because he's entitled to.
Entitled.
Yes.
Based on.
It's there. It's in the budget. It's in the constitution.
Well,
that is why when they dissolve the government.
She's accounted for as well.
No, she's not accounted for.
She is.
No, she's not.
You just don't want her accounted.
I don't.
For, but she
it's not that. Mutinta cannot do anything that does not come from government. It's just that's the way we've been doing it.
But she's being allowed to do this.
Exactly my point.
From government.
I agree on that point. I said the problem is we don't have a budget for the office of the First Lady. So the argument has been, can we stop wasting money on this office, which does not exist? And if she's going to open a clinic somewhere in Chavuma, there's an area MP there, and there's a minister under that.
Yes, I get that, but we're saying slightly different things.
We are saying different things.
You are saying don't fund her at all.
For what? Why should I fund her?
Because she has more status than that local minister.
But why should I fund her? If I want the government to work...
I've just said, if Cheshire Homes wants to raise money from abroad, for them to be able to say, and our patron is Mutinta, the people abroad are like, they have status, it's a respected charity, I'm happy to donate my money.
That's fine.
But if they don't have anyone like that to give the charity status, they can't raise extra money. So that's what you're paying for.
What I am saying to you is I agree if Mutinta is going to be their patron. For the activities that Mutinta does as First Lady, okay, we don't have money to support her cause. If she's getting money from somewhere else, it has to be declared.
Yes.
It has to be declared.
But I'm saying...
What was Sherry Brown doing? Is it Sherry Brown or Sherry who?
Yeah,
Sherry.
no.
Blair, right?
Wait. Yeah, Tony Blair's wife. What I'm saying is there's a difference between what you were saying, which is the First Lady sets up her charity from scratch. Nothing exists. Now she wants, nine enufuna legacy. Right? That's all that's supposed to be.
Which dies as soon as they're out of the office.
The office is done.
Yes.
Right? So that was a trend because they were seeing what others were doing.
The next guy who
So does she have a charity?
She's got something that she does.
Okay, so this is a trend.
Yes.
Now, the point is, stop doing that and simply support what already exists.
100%.
That's what I'm saying.
100%.
And the money that's being given to Mutinta from the government is, here's your expenses, your fuel, your petrol, and to feed you while you're at that event. Not, here's £1 million when all she needed was £50 to travel to the location. You see what I mean?
So here's the thing. I hear you. But the truth of the matter is, even that £50, there is no account where it comes from to give her. So the argument is that a lot of these politicians are so nasty that they say she needs to be at home. Her job is uko.
Yeah, but,
All right?
but what I'm
simply
saying...
because, no, I hear you.
Yeah.
Simply because me, them, and other people are saying, we are happy if she's going to help. But where is she getting her funding to do her activities?
Yes, but
we're also happy for the Cheshire Home to use her name.
Yes.
Good.
What I'm saying is those are very different things, right? The bit where if she sets up her own charity and a lot of that money is coming from the coffers is the problem. But when she's supporting a charity, less money is needed. Therefore, why can't that be accountable? She can have a budget. There's no reason why she can't have a travel and expenses budget to go and support events on behalf of her husband in the same way that if he couldn't have attended, she attends, and it's her presence more than anything that's adding value to the event, right? If Cheshire Homes wants to hold a gala, and their invited guest, their chief guest is going to be her, that gala is more likely to raise 1 million kwacha than 100,000 kwacha. Because people want to go to the gala to get a photo with Mutinta, not to get a photo with the local minister who no one even knows.
Yeah, that's got nothing to do with the minister. It's fine.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If you want the minister to be the one supporting the charities, the minister's status is not strong enough.
No, we're talking about two different causes here. Those charities which she's invited to go and help are different. The charities where, or the functions where the president has to go and the wife can deputize in that one, is very different. The problem we've had is where you and I agree. Where I come into power, you are my first lady, and you're like, dude, I want one charity for mangoes. To do what? No, I'm going to employ people to be doing this, and then, whatever proceeds are made, we share in the community, whatnot. I'm like, okay, cool, that can be done. But whose money are we going to use to do that? That is where the challenge has been. Yeah, so the many arguments that have come up is that for any organized charity, like the Cheshire Home you're using, they will write and say, would like you to be whatnot, whatnot. It's very different, because already they've got they've got already established accounting processes where they get money, and they just want to use her big name profile to make sure they engage with the guys in Australia, in New Zealand, whatever it is. What has been the trend is you have something like the Hope Foundation by FTJ's wife. And as soon as the guy is kicked out of office, it dies.
No,
and throughout that, imagine throughout that, all funding and all activities are funded by government. Here's an example of what Esther Lungu did. Esther Lungu and took 28 people to the USA to go and get finished old fire trucks.
Why did she go?
For her cause. Guess who funded that?
Her husband.
The Government Republic of Zambia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that just caused a lot of chaos. Finished 1945, okay, not 45, but old fire trucks. She went, 28 people, a delegation of 28 people to go and receive old fire trucks. And people are like, wait a minute, what does this have to do with government money? That is the issue that we have right now, the functions of the First Lady. If you really want this to be happening, to be good, legalize the damn office. If you legalize it, it's going to have funding. The only challenge they're going to have is how to account for that money when the auditor...
It's not a challenge, it's like any other business.
No, there's always a challenge here.
No, if that office has a budget, then you just have to account for where you're spending your budget.
That's where I was going. But that is where the challenge is. They always do things.
No, but you're saying, what you're saying is all that's going to happen is that they'll take advantage. That's what you're saying.
Of course they will.
No, But what I'm saying is you put a proper system in place and you can't take advantage of the system.
Proper system in Zambia.
Yes.
Quiz.
The reason everything is being digitized is because that's a good way of making sure that you can hold everyone accountable. The reason Zambia is slow to digitize is because it's a good way of holding everyone accountable. They don't want to be accountable, so they take as long as possible to put those systems in place.
You digitize stuff, and the guys go and crash the whole system to delete records.
You can't. If
They
it's properly
delete records.
done. No.
Do you know that they crashed the
This
ministry?
is not Word 2.0. This is not Word 95, right? You can't do that with SAP. You can't crash SAP, right? You can't crash Salesforce. Every tiny thing that you do is in your historic data. So I can go and I can look from when the system was set up to now, everything that has happened. So if you try and steal the money, I can see the date, the time, the hour, the minute, where you moved the money and what you tried to do. It's all there.
If I'm Zambia, be that as it may, we crash shit, and next thing it's
you
revived.
can crash it. You think you're clever,
It's
then they'll
revived.
show you that you're not that clever.
They crash it, they revive it, and records are missing.
No. There's a difference between hiding the truth and blatant truth right in front of you. Software has every line item there.
Yeah.
All those strokes you're doing right now on your keyboard.
Yes.
All of that we can go and look at and see what you've done.
Exactly. Yeah, but coming back to that, my point is, if that's going to happen, we legalize the office. We make it a constitutional office for the First Lady so that there's funding channeled to that. Otherwise, it's the same thing. Each president, wife, beauty queen, what happens? They come, they shine, they do this, they're out of office. Next thing, she's got a mansion there, she's built in 15 flats.
Exactly.
And you're thinking, where is the money coming from?
15 cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
It is, but Chanda, look, it's a lot of these people who have been in presidency, who are fighting for presidency right now, most of these guys, all of these parties that we have at the moment, they're all like 50 plus years old, these people. They come from that old school mentality of nombero nalaria, nganaingira government ninebo nalaria konomba. Now, a lot of that is starting to change. As we change and we put in these new ways of managing this, less of this will happen. But they still believe, when it's my turn, I can also eat.
If Chanda and Tanya were eating then, why can't I eat?
Exactly. But now once you've digitized everything, you can't eat. I'm sorry. The kitchen is closed.
But I want to eat.
Try. You'll see. You'll be in prison for corruption.
With you?
Yes. Anywhere trying to eat where there's no food.
My First Lady. Yeah. So do you think what the court in Ghana did is good?
I think so. I think it's showing officials within government, because sometimes it's maybe not even the First Lady herself doing something. The money can be channeled through her office without her knowledge. And that's where you get a lot of people who go, I didn't even know, right? Because you're just being used.
Yeah.
So if it is legalized, if she is given a budget, even she is aware, my budget for the next 5 years is this amount of money. Where do I want that money to go? Don't come telling me what I should do with my money. I've already made a decision.
I do agree with the stance they took. I do agree that one MP decided, I'm going to take this to court. I'm not going to be partisan about it. I'm not going to say, no, people understand about it. We're going through a lot of drama as a country, and we need every resource, every financial resource available. So I'm going to take them on. And he got a judgment, and they said, look, the Constitution, as long as it's not in here, or even try to manipulate the Constitution in any way, it's not there. You need to give back the money. Where they got the refund from, we don't know. But they were forced.
Did they pay it back?
Yeah. And the worst thing is, guess what? The rule that was, the law that was created then, or the rule that was decided on, was that they get the same amount of salaries as cabinet ministers. So,
okay.
Yeah. It's done.
I mean, you are doing a service. You should be paid for it.
What?
As First Lady, you have duties. You should be paid for it.
The guys in England get paid for that?
Yeah, of course they do. You think they don't?
They get paid how much?
I don't don't know how much,
They get
but
paid.
they get paid. You think they don't?
No.
Of course they do.
They don't get paid.
Of course they do.
They don't get paid at
They
all.
do.
Nope.
Google it.
Johnson's wife.
Google it. No,
They-
that she wasn't very active. Nobody. I mean, which wife? We don't even know which wife.
Wifey.
Which one?
The one he had a baby.
The one he got pregnant, or the one he got pregnant
The one he had a baby.
while married?
While in.
Huh? Johnson, that one is Zambian for sure.
When he's Nigerian.
We're at 40 minutes.
He's Nigerian. Couldn't quite have all the good things.
Sure.
Quite other good
Like
things.
Mutinta and her office is a good thing.
No, we already established it's a wrong thing.
I know. I'm
That's
just.
all. We are like, guy, if you want this to work, we don't want to be praising you. You're using the citizens' money. You can't even show us that this money you're using is not.
Yeah, no, legalize the office, give her a budget, and hold her accountable.
Yeah, so that any future first lady, they've got something to do,
Exactly.
which is recognized by everybody else.
Yeah.
Not that my Robachio.
And don't set up a foundation. Support existing foundations.
Exactly.
But we know it was just a channel for money. It's the same as money laundering, effectively.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. La first lady, Twaya. Peace.
Out.
Oh,
Oh,
do we need to do that? Click here, do that, whatnot?
like and subscribe.
Can you like for sure, please? Subscribe. If not for me, then.
Give us more comments because your comments have been amusing us.
No, you've been amazing. You've been great, especially the ones on TikTok.
The TikTok
TikTok
comments.
guys are amazing.
Who is she?
We love your support. And yeah, just get into it. And please, can we have a baddie from TikTok?
Yes, we're open to having a baddie come on the show.
Who Shumfa?
Which baddie should be on the show? I do for.
Yeah.
Well, why should we for?
It's more exciting.
All right, okay.
Yeah, it's more exciting.
Applications are open for baddies to attend. Send your resume and a nude. Those
For me anymore. And the what?
and a nude.
Oh, hell no.
That's
You
what
know,
they send.
They do that.
Of course they do.
Don't send a nude. Just direct us to your Instagram page and unlock it. If
Where
it's
your
locked.
nudes are. Send us to your Facebook page, your OnlyFans page.
We want someone with OnlyFans.
Well, yeah, that's where we, we can see the goods.
Are you
Dale's
serious?
going to be doing the auditions. He'll be going through, checking everyone.
Oh, my Lord. From Zed101. Peace.
From Matinta to nudes.
No, man. Leave the honorable woman alone, Manji.
Oh, now you want to make her honorable.
What's
Before
that?
she was stealing money, now she's honorable.
You are now no tetwaye kuna nkene kuma ukokumbi kuma Instagram uko. No, mkai.
Matinta's OnlyFans page.
She's the best dressed first lady.
I told you she had a glow up.
Oh, because she's
So
attractive.
where's her budget coming from?
No, she's
for her
attractive.
wardrobe.
Not if you're dressing. If you're
We're done. We're done.
Yeah.
Out.